finished wrapping up another track mode theme that I thought I would share with the community. It's called Arcade Paradise, so it's mainly sort of like has arcade cabinets and a few marquees and things. But I've covered all the consoles, etc. So it's covering 441 consoles and collections and handhelds and arcade, etc. So hopefully I've covered everything. If not, shoot me an email and I'll update the theme and add it if I can, within reason, of course. So if you have a nested track mode, you know, with arcades, console, computers as the top layer before you do down, there's sort of, I've got two versions of the theme. So one is targeted at the high, the upper nested, so it doesn't have box art and game information, etc., and uses the track mode system snaps while I think of that. So I'll put a link in the description. It's best suited to use 4x3 system snaps, so not the ones for the ROMs, or the ones that are sort of for Super Nintendo Entertainment System or arcade, etc. I've got a set of those to share, so if you want to download those. Otherwise, if you use the 16x9 ones, or those cool ones, say from HyperPie, they will be squished up and not look so great. Some people don't care, it really bothers me, but if that doesn't bother you, that's cool. Just use what you got. But those are not part of the theme, so they look to a different directory. So just have a quick look at the theme, I guess, and I'm looking to the left because my screen capture is on a different computer. So as you scroll through the nested, you can see the cabinet art is changing, and also the matrix or the marquee at the top, which is a scrolling word description, and then we've got the animated sort of circle coming in. Background's changing also, but there's a few different options which I might actually show those now for this. So this particular theme we're looking at here is the Arcade Paradise menus. So again, that's that top layer one. There's a few options you can change in here. There's three options for the background. So at the moment that's unified, which is just a PNG for each one, but it's a bit blurred and a bit specific to that display. There's ones called simple. So if we go back, yeah, they're just very basic backgrounds, usually with like just a specific color, but there's just a few curves just in the background. So that's the simple. Oops, no, sorry, press tab, display, oh, just doesn't matter. This is the menus one. We'll change. There's also one called loop, which is just a video, but it's the exact same across the lot. You could actually change out that video inside the theme if there was some cool background you want to put there. So it's just a sort of particle one in the background, which just plays no matter what. Oops, I've done it again. Tab. Let's go back. We might put it on simple. The other option is the marquee. So the one you're seeing with the dot matrix scrolling word is called matrix. I do have another one just called static. So there's only two options there. So if I change it to static, you'll see it's just a static PNG. You might prefer that. I just sort of throw in a different option as well. I think that's the only. There are a couple of options there, but it's more around the fade time for the wheel, that type of thing. So that's the main tab visual change. I'm going to change that back because I don't mind the simple actually, but I'll leave it on matrix. Wheel transition time, wheel sounds, wheel fade time, etc. Don't worry about any of these other ones. You can't change them anyway. Okay, so that's the high level. So even if I go into consoles, it's using Arcade Paradise menus theme as well. But again, the background's changing, the cabinet's changing, the marquee is changing, the round icon, I call it, is changing per system. Again, so remember that's Arcade Paradise menus. You could change the marquee to static PNG, change the background, etc. So when we go into a system, let's pick Atari 2600. So when we go into it, it's going to go into Arcade Paradise system theme, which is very similar, but a few things that are different. So obviously the cabinet is going to be specific to that console. The marquee at the top is matrix, but again, this has the option to change to the static PNG if you like. There's some game information at the bottom, sort of left under the cab there, what year, the name of the game, and the system, etc. And then the three round circles, you obviously got the system, you got the genre, or the G logo, so if it's a shooter, sports, action, shooter, platformer, etc. And the other big one on the right hand side is the year, the release year of the game. You see, and then down the bottom you got the animated box and card art and a picture of the system or console. If you go into the options of this one, I don't have to pick Atari Twisted, I just have to pick I will do that. Layout options. So again, your background, your unified, simple and loop. Let's change it to simple. Marquees, we've got static and matrix, and the wheel fade time. Now I think 10,000 is a bit too slow. I'll change that to 5,000. And that's about pretty much all you want to change there. So now the wheel fade is a lot quicker. Okay, let's just duck out. Consoles, I don't know, let's pick another system. Something that I know I'll have some box and card art, etc. for. That's a good one. Oh, maybe NES. Again, all those cabinets arts are changing. There's over 441 of those. Going to NES. Yeah, same principle. Press tab. I don't have to pick that system, but I will. Layout options. Let's change that to static. Let's change that to loop. Let's change that to really quick fade. And now you can see we've got the loop video, the marquee is a static PNG, and the wheel is fading really quickly. So that's pretty much it, guys. I'll share it. Do what you will with it. If you put it on an image you share, please just give me a shout out if you can. But I just sort of do make these for the community. I don't really use them, I suppose. So that's that back. So yeah, I really hope you enjoy it. It was a fair bit of work. The scrolling dot matrix marquees. I had used After Effects. Just watched a YouTube video. I'm not really good at After Effects. I made 441 of those. That took quite a bit of work. And the arcade cabinet arts, I made 441 of those as well. Everyone's different with colours, etc. So that was a bit of work. I made the G logos, or genre logos. So I made the ear as well. I already had the rubber system ones, and I had the backgrounds as well. So yeah, hope you enjoy it. Hopefully I'll keep going. I don't really have a next idea, but I'm sure I'll come up with one. Anyway, stay safe and we'll talk to you soon. See ya.